smell of desperation, it's in the air we breathe. This hopeless generation, oh how they've been deceived. Unmoved, taking it all in stride. Tell me, shouldn't these eyes have cried? For a time such as this, could I shrink from the challenge? There's a harvest that's ready to reap. I surrender my will, marching forward with courage for a time such as this.
Were so bad and impassable that we would be unable to go to high school out to Whitley City. So when the bus came, and the ones that were on the bus spent the night, and we got on the bus in September and went to Florida, and it was a rough ride on that bus, our hair flying every which way, and all the windows down, and it was just a bad trip. But when we got into Intercession City, it was the most beautiful place I had ever seen. And when I left there 4 years later, it still was the most beautiful place I had ever been. And I recall all the memories there, the many ones that have gone on before me. But I just treasured every year I spent there at Intercession City. My work schedule was at early mornings at 4 o'clock. I'd get up to help cook breakfast because I've always been an early riser. And coming down the steps on the 7th of December, 1941, an old gentleman there was with a little radio with his ear plastered to it trying to hear. And he said, "We're at war now. The Japs have come in and bombed the fleet in the Pacific." I remember that just as well as if it was yesterday. But all the time spent in Intercession City was good times. We had rough times as well. Most of us there didn't have any money at all. Only somebody would come by and give you 50 cents once in a while or something. But we worked our 4 hours, most everybody did, and there were some cut-ups and clowns in a lot of us, and there was 4 or 5 of us that was always close together, and we're all during the years. Paul Dorsey, I especially remember him. He came the last year. He was from a big family in Ohio, and he was just a clown. We enjoyed him, everybody did. And there were others. Charles Jacob shared with me his accordion. He had played a saw with a fiddle, and he liked to play that. He got a lot of different comeback when he played. Everybody thought it was just wonderful. And so for 4 years I played his accordion, and we played to the street meetings, and I remember especially St. Cloud. I don't know, there were about 3 or 4 groups that went out on Friday and Saturday nights, but every one of them had their own place to go and their own transportation, sometimes in the back of a truck bouncing up and down, and sometimes we have cars that would take us to these street meetings, and they were really special. We enjoyed it. A lot of things happened. You couldn't walk within 12 inches of a boy. That was a no-no. Another thing, you had to have your dress 13 inches from the floor. Another thing was that you didn't wear any jewelry or anything that would adorn the flesh, they would say. They had the 100-day revivals, and everybody that could preach was there to preach sometime during those 100 days. And they were very careful to see that we were able to go to those meetings every night. And I look back now at some of the names that I see places, or those names are people that had spoke there to that 100-day revival.